Yeah, man. Gonna definitely get into it. Gotta gather myself real quick. But yeah, with this Joshua and Ngannou fight coming up, it's definitely gonna show what's going on throughout the sport. It's a lot of different things happening right now. I know a lot of people are reporting the news still, but it's things that already happened. We don't gotta report that much news no more. I think we passed reporting the news. And I'm gonna say something right now. That Ngannou fight, man, it's looking close right now. A lot of people believing. Man. Um, yeah, it's a lot of people believing right now. Which isn't a bad idea. I mean, it's a good fight. It's gonna be close. I think Ngannou bring a lot to the table. But we gonna see though. I know right now, reality starting to kick in for a lot of people. Reality is definitely starting to kick in for a lot of people. They starting to realize, oh yeah, this fight is close. Yeah, it's close. This fight is close. It's almost here. Yeah, it's almost here. People not really talking much about it overall. They really sleeping on it. But I see right now the pressure starting to go on. We have about 10 days away from the fight. I think the pressure going to starting to go around for a lot of people, but definitely for Joshua. I'm hearing people say he got to redeem things for boxing and all this other stuff. That's a lot of pressure. I didn't even look at it that way, but and I'm a boxing fan, so it's definitely a lot of stuff being talked about that I don't know. A lot of things been talked about that I didn't really know at first. I didn't think that beating Ngannou was about something else, but that's what it is right now. So beating Ngannou, that means something else right now for most people. It don't just mean uh Joshua getting a victory. These people want to see Ngannou go down. You can kind of tell by how they doing things right now. We still haven't seen Fury fight again. Nobody cares. That's what's crazy about everything. And then they'll try to tell you, oh, you don't want to give other guys credit. They got to get in the ring to get some credit. They got to actually get in the ring and do something to get some credit. But people don't understand how far we are away, man. We're like 10 days away. I'm going to go ahead and say 10 days. Yeah. We're 10 days away. And I don't see a lot of people really thinking about this fight as much. 10 days away, it's a big fight. It's going to change a lot. From what I'm seeing, everybody's starting to think like how I'm thinking. They thinking it's going to be a close fight between Ngannou and Joshua. So I definitely like how the fans thinking right around this time. You think so? You think you think so, bro? You know what? I will say this. He a little better than what I thought he was, but hey, he a little better than what I thought he was, but I gotta agree with you. Just because it's a certain things. It might be the same thing me and you talking about. You know, it's a lot to go over. So we probably agree on most things. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they keep disrespecting Lennox, don't they? They just disrespect Lennox. Oh, you're jealous of what they just say Lennox so jealous. It gets wild. They even throw Lennox under the bus. I don't understand. I think Lennox does an excellent job calling fights as well too. He's one of the best. He's one of the most honest guys when it comes to actually calling a fight. So to actually say he's jealous, I probably won't never agree with that when they say that. You know how they go. But I don't know. 2.0, that's a strong statement. I know, man. I know. I know. That's what people don't realize. They playing around, man. That's what they don't even realize. They don't even realize it. They don't even realize it. It's too close. It's too 10 days away. They don't even know how close this is of happening. It's a heavyweight fight. And then Ngannou, he gonna give his best. Just when you really think about it. So a lot of fans feel the same way I do. I don't know. It's definitely a 50-50 fight. Yeah, it is, bro. It is. I didn't think it was gonna be this soon either. I thought that would probably. Ah, man, it's gonna be bad. Even if it's close, they're gonna make a big deal out of it. Even if it's close. Even if Joshua goes out there, get a knockdown, turns around, gets knocked down, and probably goes 12, man, they'll make a big deal out of it. It's a lot of stuff they don't understand. They banking everything on a. Yeah, oh man. What? Man. Hey, I'm still trying to figure out why the fight on a Friday. So I know everybody nervous. I said they put this fight on Friday. Man, they gonna be a Friday fight. I can't remember. Do you remember Joshua ever fighting on Friday? I agree with you. I know. I didn't know everybody feels like this. I thought I was the only one. No, it's a lot of people now. Well, not now, but we definitely know now. 10 days away on a Friday, they're gonna have this fight. I don't understand. They don't understand if this fight happened. Then Joseph Parker has to fight right before that fight. So we can have two upsets that happen back to back. That'll be bad. Then we still won't have the Usyk and Fury fight. That's gonna make everything worse. Especially if Ngannou gets the win, it's gonna make Fury fighting. It's not gonna matter. Oh yeah. I know. Absolutely. Absolutely. On Ramadan. Yes. Yeah, March the 11th. Okay. Oh. Oh, this one. That makes sense. Okay, thanks for the heads up. Appreciate that. That's great information. Hey, I don't think that Formula One's gonna be able to take the attention away from this fight if it goes bad. Okay. That makes sense. All right, thank you. Thanks for that information. That makes a lot of sense now. Yeah, I agree with that. Man, if hey, that race is not gonna be able to take the attention away if it goes bad. That makes sense though for Ramadan and for Formula One. That definitely makes sense. You know what? I didn't even get to watch the trailer. I looked at the first 5 seconds and I turned away. I said I was gonna watch it later on. I was gonna watch it. I ain't even get to watch it yet. I ain't even get to watch it. I know it was good. I seen it. I seen it. I know it was good. They've been doing some good ones. Hey, these trailers. Hey, America gotta step it up with these boxing trailers for these fights, these commercials. Saudi Arabia doing an excellent job for these commercials. They're doing like mini movies. It's amazing what they're doing. They're changing the game doing that. Got to give them props for doing that. They're the first ones to actually do something like that. I know a lot of people say, well, it takes money. Well, I mean, I've seen people do TikTok videos with that kind of quality as well. So I wouldn't say it just takes money, but that definitely they're nailing it right now as far as building the fight. And then they dropped it like exactly at the perfect time before the fight actually comes around. That's the perfect time to actually drop the trailer. Hey, I'm gonna tell you a secret. And I thought of this. I don't know when I thought about this. It might have been 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Um, Ngannou, that was Ngannou's first fight. We all know that. But I absolutely agree with you on that. Um, but we know it was Ngannou's first fight. But that was actually, I didn't know this. I learned this in the interview. But that was Ngannou's first time his family actually seen him fighting. So me personally, if his family is able to attend the fight for a second time to actually see him fight in person, that was the first time they actually see him fight in person ever in UFC or boxing. I think he said that was the first time. So if they're able to come back out again and see him perform, I definitely think I would give him a 60% chance of getting a W with a KO. I gotta admit it, because he feels like he needs that win. And yeah, I think Ngannou from Cameroon. I think AJ UK by way Nigeria. Yeah, they should have had the fight out there. That would have been a big fight in Africa. Saudi Arabia huge too. They putting on big fights. Yeah, man, I give him 60% because the way his family was for him to his family to come out there for the first time, I know for the second time, and he got robbed last time. That's like the worst way to kind of motivate a guy like him. To rob him in front of his family the first time they seen him fight. Yeah, I'm actually got to go with him as far as 60%. But with Joshua, I feel like Joshua can win as far as his boxing style, but I don't know. Me personally, I don't like I feel like he's too close sometimes when he throwing his combinations. Yeah, 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 yeah. I feel like if he throws his combinations, he can definitely get him. You know what I'm saying? He can definitely like keep him off, but I don't like how he smothers his punches. He don't really give himself a chance. Anthony Joshua, he was winning a lot of rounds against Usyk, but he was too close. And for Ngannou to get robbed in front of his family like that the first time him fighting in a boxing match or a MMA match, that's the first time they seen him fight. So I feel like the second time, if they get a chance to see him fight again, which I think Saudi Arabia will try to get them out there again to see him fight, he's going for the KO. No matter what we think, anybody think, he's going for the KO. And people saying, well, he gonna get KO. Man, Ngannou got a chin. He has a chin. He's not a guy who's just gonna go out there and get knocked out. It's a lot of guys Anthony Joshua couldn't knock out. I'm not gonna go through it yet as far as for a breakdown, but y'all know we can see the boxing record. Yeah, but the thing about Ngannou though, he was tossing he was tossing Tyson Fury like it was nothing. He grabbed the back of Tyson Fury's head and he flies across the ring. I'm telling you, that grappling that he knows is next level. If Anthony Joshua tries to clinch with him or something like that, it's gonna end terrible. I don't think y'all understand that. Ngannou, the things that Joshua is good at, Ngannou is good at as well. He's been fighting guys like Anthony Joshua all his life. All his life, he's been fighting guys like that. I bet Ngannou fought more guys like Joshua than Joshua has fought guys like Ngannou. And you could just look at the boxing record and tell that. No. I'm telling you, if this was a some kind of game show and somebody had to get a lion with their bare hands, you betting on Anthony Joshua? Like let's be realistic now. I'm not saying he's not that guy as far as being a specimen or somebody. Anthony Joshua he's a very elite guy, but we talking about somebody who's came out here and got somebody like Tyson Fury just threw him around the ring like he was nothing. Yeah, it was crazy. Did you see that? Just tossed him. Just touched him on the back of the head. Just elite grappling. Like Joshua's not gonna be able to get inside. He's gonna have to stand back, give himself some space, and be able to throw some punches. If he doesn't, he's done. He's done. Ngannou's going for it. But Ngannou, he's truthful though. He said one thing Joshua has over Ngannou is stamina. That's one thing Joshua has is the stamina. Ngannou said he can't go 12 rounds. Ngannou said, I'm not a boxer yet. This is my second fight. I can only go 10 rounds. Joshua said, let's go 12. But like Ngannou said, though, he feels like Joshua doesn't have a chin. Said this out of his own mouth. But now I'm hearing pressure about Joshua has to redeem boxing after the Fury and Ngannou fight. I didn't know it was that serious. I didn't know he had to redeem boxing. Now that I'm hearing that, that's crazy. Now Joshua's gonna hear that the next couple of weeks, well, the next 10 days. That's pressure. He gonna go out there trying to get a KO. That's not good. And one thing I don't like about Joshua, me personally, and not about him, I don't like that he hasn't fought in America since the Ruiz knockdown. Since he got knocked down by Ruiz, he hasn't fought in America again. And I don't know if that's because he was trying to press in the fight, or I don't know if it was cause I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just searching for things because we got another fight coming up. He been having some close fights. Other than a couple of knockdowns he had in the last one or two fights, last two fights. Before that, he was going 12 rounds a lot with Usyk, Franklin, a lot of guys. He was going 12 rounds. When you look at the guys who's built body type like Ngannou, he goes 12 rounds. Guaranteed. Look at all the guys who have body type like Ngannou. He goes 12. Guaranteed. I have Zhang beating a lot of heavyweights. I know people like to focus on Deontay Wilder, but it's a lot of guys who can't beat Zhang. And Parker's my favorite heavyweight. Parker's been my favorite heavyweight since I think around the time before he fought Joshua. I think it was around the time he fought Ruiz. I like Parker since around that time. But Zhang, he's going for a championship. Parker's he's not going for a top spot. You got to understand, like, Zhang, he's fighting for his life right now. Parker gonna have another fight after this. This might be Zhang's last chance. And Zhang, he didn't get this chance. Oh, yes, that's because they are, natives. He's a native. He's a Samoan. Yeah, he's a Samoan. Like The Rock. But these guys, this Zhang last time. If Zhang don't get this chance at the fight, it's over with. He's done. If Zhang don't get a chance at this fight, he's over with. So guess what? He's going out there throwing some blows. Joe Joyce said that he wants to fight Parker for a rematch. But he thinks that if Parker stands in front of Zhang, he's gonna get knocked out. And I agree. Because what I was laughing about was because I am a Deontay Wilder fan, not because he's an American. It's just because I knew him. Well, I heard about him before he started boxing. I heard he had a good right hand, all kind of stuff. It's a long story. But when Parker beat him, I had to realize people think that Parker is going to be able to fight like that in his next fight. He's not. Deontay Wilder's a small guy. I know people like to say he has skinny legs, but guess what? You don't get credit for leaning on a guy who people say has skinny legs. If he has skinny legs and you're leaning on him, you don't get credit for that. You don't get credit for that, Joseph Parker. I'm sorry. I'm too much of a fan of boxing and a fan of you. I've been watching you too long. I know you never fought like that in your life. So to lean on a 200-pound Wilder who hasn't fought in a year, that's not impressive. That don't impress me, bro. You going there doing that to John, you going to sleep. And I feel like he's going to sleep. I definitely feel like he's going to sleep. Yeah, John's 40 years old. He might be 41 by now. He's 40 years old. No, John turns 40 in a month or two. I think John turns 40 in March. No, I take that back. He turns 40 in like April. So Joshua, he wants to fight John when he turns 41. Oh yeah, I'll fight John when he's 41, 42 years old. But these guys ain't ducking nobody. Come on now. Like, what sport of boxing we looking at? These guys waiting on John to turn 45 years old. But they'll sit up here and tell you these other heavyweights ain't fighting nobody. I can do this with every fighter in boxing. Do I gotta go? I guess I gotta go back to watching WWE to see the superstars fight each other. Is that what gotta happen? We gotta watch WWE again to see the superstars go against each other? Because Young, he's almost 45, and guys acting like, yeah, I just heard about him. You just heard about Young? 45? He 40 years old? Yeah, that's because he don't know about him. Hey, everybody's scared about Fury. They don't want to mention Fury. Fury making everybody look bad. Fury got us looking bad out here. Fury got us looking bad. Do you know that Usyk and Fury fight, that fight wouldn't even be happening right now if it wasn't for Ngannou. If Ngannou didn't get that knockdown, we still wouldn't see Usyk and Fury. You want me to tell you why? We still haven't seen Usyk and Fury. I got a video on this channel when the fight got announced to happen in December. I said that fight'll never happen in December. I've been watching Tyson Fury for years. I've been watching Tyson Fury forever. He's not finna fight nobody 2 months after he just fought. Who do these people think he is? 2 months after he fought, Tyson Fury's gonna jump in the ring and fight who? He's never done that in his life. Yeah, I know that. But you know the Olympics and the pros, that's two different things. That's two different things, the Olympics and the pros. Because a lot of guys, they're not built for the Olympic style, the amateur style, and the pro style is different. You know what I'm saying? You see how Ruiz got on Joshua? It's certain guys, you know what I'm saying? Guys who can exchange punches fast. The thing about Ruiz, he can exchange punches fast and he was able to move fast. If you go back and look at, I'm gonna show you something amazing. If you go back and look at when Joshua knocked out Ruiz, go back and look at when Ruiz got knocked out, look at his face and see it. Look at when he walks back and tries to when he starts exchanging with Joshua. He leans back fast. Joshua tries to punch his stomach, and Ruiz punches him in the inside, and then throws an overhand right, knocks him down. Like Ruiz is moving fast. Like Joshua has, if you can exchange in the inside fast, and I think Ngannou got awesome reaction time. If you go back to the fight with Ngannou versus Fury, he punches very fast when he's like countering against guys. So he does that very well, and he has great accuracy. He doesn't punch a lot, but he punches on point. Like wherever he's punching at, yeah, it's a lot of fat guys that do have fast hands. Yeah, Ruiz has fast hands, very fast. I don't know if his hands is. I don't know if they're fast like that now. They used to be fast. I don't know if they're like that now. We haven't seen him really punch fast lately. If you really think about it, I haven't seen him really throw fast combinations lately. You know he got a different trainer. All these guys got different trainers now. You know Ruiz, he left his trainer. Then he went and got with Canelo's trainer. Then he left him. I like Ruiz's old trainer, so I don't know what was going on. But he left him, and then Joshua, you know, he's been through what, 3 or 4 trainers lately. Man, Joshua had his first trainer he was with. Then after the Usyk fight, you know, he left him. Then he went and got Robert Garcia. Then he left him. Then he went and got Derrick James. He left him. And now he has Ben Davison, Tyson Fury's old trainer. You know, I don't understand that. And I hear a lot of fans say Tyson Fury's not good. Joshua's gonna beat Tyson Fury. But then I'm thinking about it and I'm saying, well, Joshua has Tyson Fury's old trainer. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't that disqualify? You know what I'm saying? If he's trying to get Tyson Fury's old trainer, that means he's still searching for something. Obviously. Me personally, that's what I'm thinking. Why would you go get his old trainer, Ben Davison? I mean, I know a lot of people that have, but at this point right now, like Bourgeois was saying, he was in the Olympics. Joshua beat Jung in the Olympics. But you gotta look at it though. Yeah, but Joshua beat Jung in the Olympics. But he's on like his 4th or 5th trainer in what, like 2 or 3 years? He has too many. He's going through too many trainers right now. And people are saying he's the favorite. I don't know if people understand what's been going on. That's why a lot of times in boxing, you got to prove yourself over and over. Because if you don't, he's gonna fall behind. But he's gonna have a little struggle though. I know they got Frank Sanchez. They ain't got nobody else. Yeah, they don't have. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll have some more talent coming out soon, but they don't have that many heavyweights that coming out lately. They don't have many heavyweights like they used to. I'm surprised. That's why I'm saying we should be having more heavyweight fights now. But I think Joshua gonna put the pressure on everybody in the division though. I definitely see it. But he still got to get past Ngannou though. Ngannou's a threat, and they're changing the plans a lot. It's a lot of things that's going on. I don't want to say too much because you know people are sensitive out here. These trainers and everybody else, they'll try to come at you about some information, but they're acting like Ngannou has to yeah, that's bad to change trainers like that. What? People don't understand. They never talk about that. Joshua's on like his 4th or 5th trainer now in like 2 or 3 years. He's been changing trainers quick. Like after one fight, he changes the trainer. He was changing trainers after wins. You know, usually people do that, but he's doing it like in another way. Like he's trying to search for something. They saying Ben Davison good, but that's Tyson Fury's old trainer. So man, I'm starting to go through all this information. I know I'm probably going back and forth over it, but this is still kind of new information. You know what I'm saying, that people aren't really talking about. Joshua has too many trainers he's going through right now. He's fired about what, 2 or 3 American trainers. He's on Ben Davison. I'm pretty sure if he's trying to go against Fury in the future, Fury knows what Ben Davison is showing him. So that's the thing that confuses me about the whole situation. It doesn't add up at the end of the day. He says I'm trying to beat Ngannou. I'm going after Fury. I got Ben Davison training me. Whoa, Ben Davison? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why Ben Davison left Fury in the first place. Then I'm trying to figure out uh why is he the guy all of a sudden for Joshua when he's been there the whole time? I don't know. It just don't look right to me. Just the optics. But Ngannou's a threat right now. But I didn't know that if Ngannou beats Joshua, they say that boxing is done. Well, no, I didn't say that. They said that basically the world of boxing lies on this fight with Joshua and Ngannou. So Joshua has to get the victory. Didn't know that. Because I didn't know this fight was gonna get made anyways. So now everything, I didn't know Fury looked that bad, man. Like, because people don't really want to bring it up. They're saying that the Usyk fight is still big. Oh, I think that I heard that they did fight when they was young, and I heard Lennox beat him up. You can look it up. Lennox said that he fought Mike Tyson when they was younger and sparring and beat him up. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that a while ago. It's in the interview. I think they have some footage on it. I don't know. I think they have footage of him and Mike in the gym. If they don't, I know they had a picture. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can look it up. I don't know a lot about boxing, but I know some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he said it. Lennox said that. I didn't know who Lennox was before he fought Mike Tyson. Well, actually, I did, but I was young then. I'm not an old guy. But Lennox was a threat. I feel like Joshua not working with a guy like Lennox. That's a travesty. A lot of these heavyweights. He got in the ring with Lennox and Holyfield though. I give Mike Tyson credit for that. He got in the ring with him. Hey, however way he got in there, he got up in there. Because look, a lot of these guys now, we ain't gonna never see them get in the ring with a lot of these guys at heavyweight. They said Tyson Fury was already supposed to retire, so that's a lot of fights we'll never see. So I gotta give Mike his credit at least of getting in the ring, even though it was, a lot of extra drama behind it. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys ain't trying to be great though. If I could think about that, why are these guys, team members and promotional companies, not really trying to get these guys in the gym with a great? But I know a couple of heavyweights that have done it before, but like I said, man, I don't know. People don't understand the boxing. Some people are just starting to understand weight and stuff like that. So by the time these guys understand, most of these people gonna be retired already. So we just gotta take whatever we get right now. Later on, they'll understand. Mike Tyson was a small guy though. You know what I'm saying? To me personally, I just don't see a guy like Mike Tyson. Not saying a guy like Mike Tyson, a guy that's built like Mike Tyson, like a short guy with like short arms for his size. You know what I'm saying? For that weight class. I just don't see a guy like that ever beating a strong, tall guy like Lennox that can jab. We seen it already, you know what I'm saying? That was the blueprint. Even though Tyson wasn't the same type of guy, even though Tyson was explosive, he could punch through guys' arms, and he was a different kind of person when he was 19 and 20. Tyson was a different specimen, but we gotta understand, Lennox Lewis was a big man. You know what I'm saying? Like Lennox Lewis is a big guy. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. If you look at how big Chisora is when he's standing next to a normal human being, then look at him standing next to Lennox Lewis. Yeah, I know. They tried to. Oh man, they tried to get rid of Tyson so bad after that. It was bad. They tried to get rid of Tyson. Tyson's so quiet now. He been saved so many times. He walked that line back then. Tyson was a real dude, man. Hey, that's how he really was. He was really crazy like that. If you hear about the people from the neighborhood, they say Tyson was like that. He was definitely like that. A lot of boxers, they try to be like that, but Tyson was like that for real. It's crazy. That's why he try to sit down now. He don't try to do too much. But I think Joshua got I think he got to. This gonna be his time right here, man. I don't know if he gonna be able to bounce back because a lot of people putting pressure on him if he don't get this win. Now I'm starting to see the pressure come in, and it's 10 days away. This surprises me about boxing. That's why I like it though. Now the fans starting to take over the storylines, and now the headlines ain't really working no more. Now I like the fans starting to say, "Hey, Joshua has to do something. This Ngannou fight, he can take the fight, but if he doesn't make anything happen, this is going to destroy boxing." Is he ducking people? I'm not gonna say. Well, I'll break it down quickly to you real quick. Is Tank Davis ducking people? No, I wouldn't say Tank Davis is ducking people. Um, because and just hear me out on this. I wouldn't say he's ducking people because he has fought David Haney and Shakur Stevenson before in the sparring ring, even though it's not a real fight. He sparred them before in the ring, so he has fought them. So I wouldn't say he is ducking. But when he says I won the fight and I knocked this guy out and I buzzed him and all that stuff, he obviously lying. I'm not gonna tell you why, cause you know, but he's obviously lying. Obviously, I knocked this guy out and all this other stuff. Now he get on the internet every day, and what name he keep bringing up over the past 2 or 3 years? Devin Haney. I'm telling you, I've been sitting on the bench and I've been looking. I said, I hope Tank don't bring this guy name up no more. Not saying this guy as if Devin Haney is nothing. I'm just saying don't bring his name up because Tank consider himself the face of boxing. So if you think Devin Haney is not on your level, please don't bring his name up, Tank. And what Tank did the other day? Oh, that little boy don't want no smoke. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Okay. So now Tank. So now if we was to tell Tank, oh no, Devin Haney, he in the big fight. See, Tank gonna still talk about him, no matter what we say. So obviously Tank think that's the big fight. All you gotta do is listen to Tank talk and see who he bring up after a while. He gonna bring up Conor Ben. He'll bring up Terrence Crawford. I'll knock him out in 4 rounds, 6 rounds, whatever it was. But after a while, when all that the smoke clears, he gonna bring up Devin Haney's name again for some reason. I will tell you why Terrence Crawford is pound for pound right now the best fighter. The reason why Terrence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter right now is because everybody said not only anyway is the best fighter out of Japan, they say he's the best fighter in the world. They say he's number 1 pound for pound. And the number 1 pound for pound fighter just said that Terrence Crawford is pound for pound number 1. That's why Terrence Crawford is the best fighter. That's why. And I'm gonna tell you a secret too, bro. People might not like this, but I'm gonna tell you a secret. I don't know how high Usyk is on the list. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Usyk fan, so I gotta reconsider. I gotta think of everything I gotta think of everything right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember when Usyk came to heavyweight? What was it, 3 years ago? You remember what everybody was saying before he beat Joshua? Because I bet on Usyk to beat Joshua the first time and the second time. But you remember what everybody said? He looked bad against Chisora. Nobody said nobody. I don't remember people having Usyk on pound for pound like that back then. I don't know. I can look it up on some of these websites, but I don't know how they had him. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't know how much the Joshua win does for somebody as far as on the pound for pound. I don't know at this point in Joshua's career, even before the Usyk fight. After Ruiz lost, let's just say after Joshua lost to Ruiz, do we give somebody credit for him beating Joshua after Ruiz? Like, how much credit are we giving Ruiz for that fight? Because I don't know. I'm just asking the real question. I don't know because I'm trying to see if we still giving Ruiz credit for that Joshua fight now, because it's like now people kind of like in between. They want to see him prove himself still, and they still giving him credit for the Joshua fight. I mean, I do give him credit, but not really. So I don't know. I don't know if we moving fast on Usyk, because we can get in a situation. I'm just being real, and you don't understand what I'm saying. But we can get in a situation where Usyk can lose his next 2 fights. Then he won't be on the pound. You know what I'm saying? Usyk is a even though Usyk is a cruiserweight who's already dominated and is already on pound for pound, as far as being high up there after the Joshua win, he could probably lose his next 2 fights. Cause you know Tyson Fury, he possibly gonna go out there and weight bully Usyk, and then by the time they fight, Usyk gonna be out the ring a whole year. You know Fury didn't fought since Usyk last fought, so Fury gonna try to weight bully Usyk. When the summer comes, he's gonna try to weight bully him. He's gonna try to wait him out. You know, Usyk older now too. Usyk not a young guy. I think Usyk like 37. So Usyk getting older too. So you know, Tyson Fury gonna try to wait him out till the summer, and he gonna catch him to the point where Usyk ain't fought in a year, and he's gonna try to use his weight on him. And we gotta understand, man, Usyk was a different guy before he beat Joshua. I remember when everybody was saying Usyk looked bad against Chisora. I said, nah, Usyk, man, it's just styles make fights. I said, I think he'll beat Joshua. Nobody gave him a chance. So, you know, we just got to remember that. I can't forget that, because sometimes when I talk about Usyk, sometimes people try to make me forget certain things that I was thinking about before he beat Joshua. But he's a good fighter, but we got to understand that he had bad performances before. Yeah. But look, hey, I'm gonna tell you this though. If Ngannou goes out there and beat Joshua in 10 days, Usyk beating Joshua won't be that big of a deal then. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta understand that. The reason why we looking at it like that is because Usyk beat Joshua. Now if Ngannou beat Joshua, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. That's why a lot of people saying right now that everything's riding on Joshua right now as far as boxing. I don't feel like that though. I don't feel like that. I've been putting the videos out. I don't feel like that. I feel like the UK boxing have put themselves in a box themselves into a corner, because now you gotta have Fury and Joshua kind of prove themselves. Because if Joshua looks bad against Ngannou, then people gonna say, well, the heavyweights over there, they don't want to fight nobody. The only person they fought was Wilder. And then people will try to bring up Wilder, but he's not really a heavyweight. He's like 210 pounds, 220 pounds. Wilder can go fight cruiserweight right now. So that don't make a lot of sense to me as far as what they're trying to bring up as far as these weight classes and heavyweights. The UK boxing can be destroyed if Usyk and not Usyk but Joshua and Fury keep playing around. Because people telling me Fury wasn't in shape. I don't know if he wasn't in shape. If that's the only thing we kind of riding on as far as hoping that Fury wasn't in shape and that Ngannou's not that good, we're gonna end up losing boxing this year like that. We're gonna be embarrassed. It's gonna be embarrassing. We are already a joke now. It's already a joke. because all the fans, if you go to every comment section, they're saying Fury lost his last fight. But then you hear the boxing experts say that Ngannou he didn't win a round in the last fight, and all he did was go 12 or go 10 rounds, and he didn't win a round. How was the fight close and he didn't win a round? Like, we're embarrassing ourselves, and we're explaining this to MMA fans. And you know what they're saying when they hear people talk like that in boxing? They're like, "Oh my God, these boxing guys are frauds." How does Ngannou have a close fight, but he doesn't win every round? The only round he won was the one he had a knockdown, but it was a close fight. That's a blowout. That's not a close fight. But they'll try to explain this to you. Then they'll say, "Oh, you guys don't want to talk about the scoring in boxing," but you kind of just did. You just said he didn't win a round. That's scoring. That's how you score. Unless you want me to write the numerals down literally on paper, you just said he didn't win any round. Then that's why MMA fans is laughing at boxing fans right now. Then they coming out with the Joshua fight. Joshua hasn't even prepared himself for a guy like that. Exactly. But we got guys but we got boxing experts explaining stuff like this. That's why you'll have fans come to my channel and they'll be like, "Oh, the guy who has 1 million subscribers, he just said that Ngannou lost every round, and it was because of a jab that Fury was throwing." Now, Ngannou punched Fury on top of the head, but Fury got a black eye. But they'll just act like Ngannou, all he did was knock Fury down. But how did Fury get the black eye though? If he didn't get knocked down from getting hit in the eye, I don't understand that. Like, they're not even explaining everything right. Yeah, and now they're trying to. Oh, he did a fight in Florida. December. He did a December fight in Florida with I think it was, I forgot who it was. I think Adrian Broner was supposed to fight. I know Adrian Broner has a deal with him, but he did a cruiserweight fight in Florida. He just started doing fights last February when he signed Adrian Broner. He got a couple of fighters though. He got some guys with some belts, or they like lower level guys, not real known guys. But he got Adrian Broner, like I said. I don't know how Adrian Broner's not really active. He had some big fights last year, but he turned them down. Couldn't make weight, something like that. All kind of stuff. But they got a lot riding on Ngannou though. I'm telling you, it's a lot. People don't understand that when they get to I think about next week, when it gets to Wednesday, Thursday, 2 days before the fight, they're gonna realize, oh man, if Ngannou wins, nobody's gonna want to hear about heavyweight boxing and stuff like that. They won't. They won't be able to. You're gonna say the guy who just got all the knockouts all these years, Wilder, he should retire because he went 12 rounds. So going 12 rounds is embarrassing in boxing now. We just told the whole world that. Then if Joshua goes 12 rounds with Ngannou, 10 rounds, they're gonna tell him to retire because we just told the whole world the last time around that going 10 rounds is embarrassing. And then you're gonna have Fury. We're gonna try to beg him to fight again for some reason. For some reason, Fury, he got so much money in the bank, and he just seen so much money in his life that making an extra $20 million is just so hard. It's just so hard to do. It's difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy making $20 million. Y'all don't understand the pressure. It is not easy. It is hard to go cash a $20 million check and go into the ring and fight for 30 minutes. That is the hardest job on earth right now, according to Tyson Fury. Getting in the ring for 30 minutes, cashing a $20 million check is almost impossible. Oh yeah, that's definitely looking to happen. Yes, sir. And guess what? I got a video on my channel where I say Amir Khan versus Pacquiao. Amir Khan is a plan B for Pacquiao. But right now, him and Floyd have a allegedly have some kind of signed agreement where they're supposed to fight. But the only thing I'm confused on, and the only thing I'm confused on is at the fight what happened in Japan or Saudi Arabia. Because I heard some things about Saudi Arabia trying to get that fight. So if they throw more money towards Pacquiao and Floyd, they might pick up and move. But I heard Japan trying to put that fight together, something like that. Yeah, if he wins it all, it's done. You know it's gonna be worse if he wins it all? Because they already said something. And Ngannou's very intelligent. Um, these guys, they're so man, I don't understand, man. I can't even explain it. I might because I don't want to get in trouble, man. You know, people be suing a lot of people. But they said that Ngannou, they're basically saying Ngannou has to beat Joshua to get the fight, to get the Fury fight. Like they're putting all these roadblocks. Do y'all see this? They're adding more fights and roadblocks. They're putting more traffic in the way for Ngannou. Nah, and Joshua getting $100 million that he signed for, and that's it. You know, he signed $100 million lifetime contract. I want to say I'll look it up, but he signed $100 million contract, lifetime contract with Eddie Hearn in Matchroom. He not getting no more money after that. Yeah, it's a lifetime deal. He's done. Yeah, he signed a lifetime deal. Because of that. I forgot where it was at. Yeah, new career long. Yeah, I forgot what it was. It's like career long deal though. For the McGregor fight, I think Floyd made 100 million for the McGregor fight. I think he made 100 million. But you gotta that McGregor fight made like $1 billion, man. I know everybody watched that fight. It was way more people watched that fight than the Pacquiao fight. Oh yeah, yeah. But I don't know if the money's going straight to AJ though. I'm not gonna be real with you, cause AJ has a deal with Eddie Hearn. All the money Eddie Hearn gets, it comes straight from Anthony Joshua, no one else. Oh, Conor McGregor, yeah, and he can't handle himself now. He made $100 million. That's why Ngannou made $20 million. Yeah. You right about this. See, you know what you're talking about. Yeah, Ngannou got $20 million. Yeah, Ngannou a beast. Hey, he's not going back to MMA after making $20 million. Why would I go back to MMA and fight for $100,000 or something at the most? Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's why he's trying to do. Yeah, he's definitely staying. Yeah, he said 2 3 years. He said 2 or 3 years he gonna stay. He's an older guy now. He said he always wanted to box too. Yeah, he definitely good for boxing. I don't like how they trying to put him in a no win situation though. You see how they try to give him the two hard fights immediately? They try to make it seem like it's a good thing. They trying to set him up for a loss though. You see how everybody expected him to get knocked out. They don't want him to win. Yeah. But he's fresh though. He's fresh for boxing. He's fresh. He hasn't taken a lot of damage. He will tell you that he hasn't taken a lot of damage, and he hasn't been like wrestling and MMA since he was a kid, so he'll be good. Like since he was a little kid, he hasn't been doing all that like most people. So he's still young. He got 2-3 years. I think he's a year younger than Tyson Fury, a year or two young. I mean, older, a year or two older than Tyson Fury. He's the same age as Usyk. So Ngannou has a lot of time. He definitely has a lot of time. But I'm gonna tell you, if they let Ngannou beat Joshua, and then Usyk beats Fury, I don't even know if they'll put. You know what that means, right? That means we won't need a Fury versus Ngannou fight no more. It's gonna be a cruiserweight versus an MMA fighter. Yeah, especially in MMA. Especially in MMA. If they have a cruiserweight and a MMA fighter in the championship, it's a wrap. Everybody can cancel boxing. People think this just about bragging rights and we just want to see somebody lose. Nah, man. They gonna make boxing a joke. People already laugh about Ngannou beating Fury. They already laugh about it. Fury just canceled his Usyk fight. Nobody cares. You got people saying I can't wait and all this other stuff. And to be honest with you, this Fury and Usyk fight, this never was a big fight that everybody was waiting on. We wasn't waiting on this fight until he beat Anthony Joshua. Usyk's only been in the heavyweight division, what, 2 or 3 years? That'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. I'll have to see because Usyk moves around fast. I think Ngannou will have trouble with guys who can move well. But that would be a close fight. That would be a close fight. But I can't stand when some of these fans, when they'll come around and say, "Yeah, man, I've been waiting on this fight." You haven't been waiting on this fight. Nobody was asking about Usyk and Fury all these years. So you think we wanted to see Usyk versus Fury before we wanted to see Fury versus Anthony Joshua? What boxing have you been watching? What sport of boxing did somebody wanted to see where they didn't want to see Fury versus Anthony Joshua? But these guys are like, yeah, man, I can't wait to see Usyk versus Fury. No, you quit lying. No, you haven't. I've been watching both of those guys. They haven't even been on each other's radar. Then the fight's taking forever to happen. That's why I didn't want to see the fight happen. Because it's not even happening yet. Then we're going to have Ngannou. He's fought the best two heavyweights right now. And nobody else has fought Usyk and Fury. I mean, not Usyk and Fury, but Fury and Joshua. Then when I say, oh, Joshua and Fury, they don't want to fight anybody. Then people will say, you're lying. Why is Ngannou fighting Fury and Joshua before everybody else is? How are they finding how do they find Fury and Joshua, but nobody else does? So Usyk, he finds them, and I don't understand that. And these guys act like people don't want to put together a fight. They'll act like Zhang and these other guys, they don't want to fight each other. But I'm telling you, I'm glad it happened this way because now they're trying to embarrass Ngannou, but it's not gonna work, bro. You're trying to embarrass Ngannou after you embarrass Fury by putting him in there with Joshua. If Ngannou wins, they're gonna put him in there with what? John next. I'm telling you. They're gonna this is gonna be crazy, man. This is gonna be like some Mortal Kombat stuff. They're gonna keep putting people in front of Ngannou to see if he loses. I'm telling you. After Joshua beats him, they're gonna say, okay, well, Fury has to fight Usyk. Then they have a rematch. So let me just give you somebody else to fight. Then they gonna give him somebody else. He's gonna fight twice before, 2 more times before he fights Fury. I guarantee. If him and Fury fight, they're not just gonna give him the Fury without any kind of other opponents. They're scared, man. People think that this is for entertainment. They don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. They really don't understand. They think that this is just for entertainment, so Joshua can prove something, put on some kind of entertainment. No, it's not. He was never thinking about just going at Ngannou. And for some reason, Ngannou, like the guy, the moderator asked at the face-off, like, how was a guy losing fighting a guy for a championship? And Joshua didn't even want to answer the question. He just like, yeah, we here now. Well, okay, man. I see what's going on, but I don't have a problem with it because I know Ngannou has a chance. They think Ngannou is still a joke. The thing that they believe is Tyson Fury was not in shape. Bro, if this happens, they don't understand that though, bitch one. If that happens, we done. It's already bad now. It's already bad now. A lot of people don't call Tyson Fury the best boxer in boxing no more. Yeah, it's gonna be over with. It's gonna be over. We already can't put a fight together. You see what they say now? You guys can't even put a fight together. They don't even watch boxing. How do they know we can't put a fight together? MMA fans don't even watch boxing and they say, you guys can't put a fight together. That's how bad boxing has got. And people want to brag about, oh, my fighter's the face of boxing. Oh, okay, he can have it. He's the face of this trash we have walking around. We can't even put a fight together. That's the biggest joke you can tell any sport. Like, you can't even put a fight together. Why are you talking? Like why are we talking? Why are we arguing with MMA fans if we can't put a fight together? And we got Ngannou out here about to destroy everything walking around. He's turned into a real life Thanos. I don't know if people realize it or not, but Tyson Fury hasn't been in the ring since Ngannou touched him. And people just walking around like this just normal and everything's all right. And Fury and Usyk, Fury hasn't been back in the ring yet. The fight's been canceled twice already. Then I'm gonna tell y'all a big secret. Yeah, real life Thanos, bro. Real life Thanos. He's touched this man, he snapped his fingers, and everything hasn't been the same since. We got Joshua saying that he got to prove himself against Ngannou. It's bad out here, man. I'm real nervous. I wanted to put some money on Anthony Joshua, but my hand was shaking when I tried to put the money down, so I just didn't do it. But from what I'm seeing right now, this is bad, man. And boxing, like, we're just playing around with it like that. Everybody's gonna laugh at us soon. This is gonna lose a lot of value. Soon they're gonna have MMA fighters coming into boxing saying that they can beat our best fighter. Yeah, but Butuan, I'm glad you said that. Hold on. I'm glad you said that. Thank you, Butuan. I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna tell you why. I grew up on the Undertaker. I'm gonna tell you why. Undertaker is the biggest fraud ever. I'm gonna tell you why. Look at what Butuan said up here. Even the Undertaker said Ngannou won. I'm gonna tell you why people like the Undertaker is ruining boxing. I'm gonna tell you why. Like I said, I grew up on the Undertaker, but I'm gonna tell you why he ruining boxing. When a guy like Deontay Wilder goes in the ring, and I know people hate to hear this, but I gotta say it. When a guy like Deontay Wilder goes in the ring and he knocks Tyson Fury down twice, and I go to these same fans and I say, hey, Ngannou knocked Fury down one time, but he boxed well the rest of the fight. They gonna say, well, hey, didn't Tyson Fury knock down? I mean, didn't Wilder knock down Tyson Fury twice in that fight and lose? I'm like, yeah, but Ngannou, he boxed a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody say. Nah, he lost. If Wilder lost, he lost. What's going on, Mad Chad? Shout out to Mad Chad out here, man. Shout out to Mad Chad. Definitely shout out to Mad Chad. All day. I'm gonna leave that up there. But look, I can't do that though. I can't go out there and say, but Undertaker said Wilder lost though. And Wilder had 2 knockdowns. And I heard a stat, they said that Ngannou, Fury's been knocked down 7 times. Well, 4 of those times were Deontay Wilder. You saying that like 10 people knocked Fury down. It was only one guy. It was only one guy that had 4 knockdowns. So when I say something about the one knockdown, it don't hold no value, bro, because they already killed the argument with Wilder. So they know what they're doing. I'm telling you. They're doing a great job. I don't even know who he was. To be honest with you, I had to look it up. That's what his name after? I figured it was something like that. But to be honest with you though, I don't think it's about that though. It's just about money. At the end of the day, when it comes to boxing, I'm gonna tell you why. The fans make it about that sometimes, but it's not about that because look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He's not from what I seen. I wouldn't say boxing is dying. I'm not saying boxing is dying. It's a reset button. You know what I'm saying? We're doing too much of the it's too much of the pay-per-view going on. Everything is not a pay-per-view. Like everything is not a pay-per-view, man. Like people got to understand that. Everything is not pay-per-view worthy. Like every TV shoot, that's why the apps are starting to get over control because everything is they think you got to pay for every TV show. Like people don't want to pay for everything, like every TV show, every fight. No, it's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it. That's why you have YouTubers coming in and taking over the game. Oh, I didn't even know that. But it's an old YouTuber. It's just old YouTubers taking over the game though. That's it. Look at Mike Tyson. He came out, put a fight together, sold $1 million. We're not putting no big fight together right now. We think we are. And we're still waiting on Anthony Joshua and Fury. That's how bad boxing has gotten. We're waiting on guys who's almost 40 years old to fight. And they do it on purpose now. You see what they did with Amir Khan and Kell Brook. They did that fight. All these guys are older now. They don't make big fights now until the guy's older. I'm glad Ngannou came in and threw all this stuff away. He's breaking up boxing. He's exposing it. People should be thankful Ngannou's around. We wouldn't even have Fury versus Usyk if Ngannou didn't knock down Fury. If he didn't get that knockdown, we wouldn't have Ngannou. I mean, we wouldn't have Fury versus Usyk. Fury was not looking to fight Usyk. I know a lot of people said, well, he signed the contract before the fight started. What kind of guy signs a contract before a fight when you already have a fight lined up with Ngannou? You know what I'm saying? So Ngannou kind of exposing all that. But if the fight goes through like that and something bad happens, Ngannou gonna ruin everything. It's gonna be a cruiserweight and an MMA guy that's gonna be in the history books as one of the undisputed. And people think like, oh yeah, well, it's gonna be a good thing that Usyk was a cruiserweight and he came up and he did like Holyfield. Not if you got Fury and Joshua in the weight class in the division. Because a lot of people saying that Fury Joshua is the best heavyweight in the world. So you gonna let an MMA guy come in and be undisputed or a cruiserweight? And either of those guys can lose. If Fury loses, he's done. Joshua loses, he's done. And this is heavyweight boxing. And these guys are going against guys who are specialists as far as Ngannou, he's still a knockout specialist, either way we want to put it. And Usyk, he's a specialist as far as getting decisions on a win. He doesn't have to get a knockout, but as far as a decision, he can win. He's not like how people said Ngannou, he can't box and he didn't win any rounds. Usyk can win rounds. So we're kind of putting too much on boxing right now as far as these guys. We're not gonna make it like that if we're putting all our eggs in a basket for these guys like Fury. Fury can't get in the ring right now. Like, do people understand that these guys like Joshua and Fury haven't fought each other? But we have Usyk and Ngannou about to fight both of these guys. How can we defend that? And people will say, well, guys in heavyweight division are ducking. Nah. I know Ngannou is tough, but he's not that tough. Ngannou's not that tough. I've been telling American fans that all week as far as them saying that fighters don't want to fight each other. If you're a big fighter and you want to fight a smaller fighter and you offer him millions of dollars that his family probably will never see in their life, and they're already living off check to check, no money, and you're going to tell me he's going to turn all that down because he's scared to get punched in the face? Even though he's going to get punched in the face next week for $5,000, but he's going to turn down $5 million? No way. And he's going to be popular and known for the rest of his life. And no way. I don't understand that. Because once these guys fight a guy like Anthony Joshua or Fury, they'll be known for the rest of their life. And people try to make it seem like we're just turning down those fights and certain guys don't want to get in the ring with them. Joshua, he's going to retire if he loses this fight. I'm telling everybody. If he loses this fight, we're not going to see him again. It's going to go bad. We will not see him fight again. He loses this fight. That's what people don't understand. They think that this is trying to help boxing come forward. Nah. And like Butuan said, it's not dying. Boxing's not dying. It's kind of fixing itself right now because it's going wrong. They're trying to plug holes right now. They're trying to make it seem like Ngannou wasn't as good as he was. He kind of surprised them. So once they see that, it's kind of, now we're at the time where we're trying to throw Joshua on him. And now Joshua's career is on the line. So we're going to put Joshua's career on the line because Tyson Fury made a mistake of, from what they said, not coming in on weight. He's not coming in on weight, so now, and he's not in shape. So for Fury not coming in in shape, and this is my thing too. When do we start paying guys $10-20 million, $10-20 million, and they're not in shape? And people be like, man, I can't believe these athletes will sit up here and do something crazy, or they would drive drunk, or they would do this, and they have all that money and they could just get an Uber. Why is he not coming in shape and he's making $20 million for a fight that's 30 minutes? And he doesn't do anything else. He's going to fight for 30 minutes, make $20 million, and he doesn't have to fight anymore. He can't come in shape for 30 minutes? How spoiled is this guy? Like, that's what we got to start asking about Tyson Fury. How spoiled is he? Has he had money all his life? Has he ever been poor or broke? I'm starting to not feel like he has I don't know if he's been poor before. But for some reason, he's running away from $20 million. Y'all got to understand that when we talking about certain boxers. I know a lot of people say, well, yeah, a lot of people scared. They scared to fight Tank and Anthony Joshua and Fury and Inoue and Usyk and all these guys. Bro, these guys are running away from lifetime money. They don't have to work again. They don't have to fight again. And he doesn't want to get in the ring for 30 minutes and get in shape so he can fight for 30 minutes. How spoiled is he? How long has Tyson Fury had money? I really got to question that now at this point. Because I don't know anybody who's on my YouTube channel in the chat. I don't know anybody who's has any amount of money right now. If somebody told you all you have to do is get up, run, jog, be in the gym, make $20 million for fighting 30 minutes, and you're done. And it's taking you this long to get in the gym, that doesn't make any sense. That's been going on a long time. But at the same time, though, I want to get on to another topic. Before it's too late, I want to talk about this Ryan Garcia and Canelo thing. And it's not just about Ryan Garcia and Canelo. It's about the boxing world in general. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the boxing world, and shout out to my dog, Mad Chad, man. Right now, the boxing world, um, they letting a lot of guys just do whatever they want right now. And right now, I'm seeing with Ryan Garcia, he's basically a young guy who's turning the corner. He's kind of breaking the mold right now because we have guys who's 34, 33, 35, and they're not really doing anything. I just had Canelo 2 years ago talking about Ryan Garcia need to do more. How does Ryan Garcia need to do more? And he's been taking the big fights at a young age when all these other guys aren't really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand all that what's going on in boxing. A lot of guys right now, they kind of going different ways when it comes to guys like Ryan Garcia. But for Canelo, he doesn't have any pressure on him right now. Canelo's not really that guy, is he? Because from what I'm saying, people saying a lot of things about him trying to fight Munguia. That's not gonna happen. They said people turning him down. That's obviously not true. Like, why is it hard to get Canelo in the ring right now? Why is Ryan Garcia signing these big fights every year? And people saying he's not that good, but Canelo, he's the face of boxing. It's hard to get him in the ring. And then my thing about it is people bringing up the Munguia situation. They're saying that he was gonna fight Munguia, and now all of a sudden, Munguia's like, no, not really. Haven't heard anything. Then everybody in Mexico saying 2 more fights. Munguia needs 2 more fights. His coaches said that. Boxing legends in Mexico said Munguia needs 2 more fights. I think I said he needs 2 more fights. Now they're saying he's not fighting in May, which I thought that would never happen. It's just a lot of things going out right now. People putting out fake news. They're helping Canelo kind of move a certain way, which ain't bad. You know, Canelo, he can do what he wants as far as playing with the fans and hyping it up. That's his strategy. But I'm just saying, as far as overall, it's not really helping overall because we're not getting really big fights out of this. We got Charlo. I just want to see Canelo announce a fight early, me personally. If he can do that, that'll kind of help everything. Like, they'll rip the Band-Aid off better. But when you fight Charlo or somebody like that and you announce it quick and we got to get ready fast for the fight, and I don't really like that. I think they think that's a good strategy. It's really not. Because a lot of people miss the fight. People work every day. They got things to do. You know what I'm saying? So trying to figure out when the fight's going to happen, we don't like doing those type of things. I don't, me personally. I feel like the Earl Spence fight kind of happened kind of fast as far as everything. It took so long for the fight to happen, then they just had the press conference fast and put it together, and boom, had the fight, and that's over. I don't like how they do things like that. In other sports, especially MMA, they build the fights up a lot better. Even with Saudi Arabia, they build the fights up a lot better now. Somebody just said they did a awesome trailer today for Ngannou and Joshua. 10 days away from the fight. In America, we don't do anything like that. They'll tell you it costs too much. They make the same amount of money off boxing as everybody else. Well, actually, America makes more money off boxing, but they'll tell you we don't have enough money for this and that, and this fight doesn't have enough money. Selling $1 million, they'll tell you how a guy sell 1 million pay-per-views, but he don't have enough money for the next fight. Then they'll wonder why boxing is dying, why it's going overseas, going to Saudi Arabia, all the big fights. We didn't have that many big fights last year in all these countries. Even in the UK, United States, none of these places had big fights except for Saudi Arabia. We had some big fights, but at the end of the day, it wasn't the dream fights we thought of. We liked Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, the Lomachenko Haney, and all the other stuff, but the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. But after a while, those are 3 fights and out of 15 weight classes? What about everybody else? We're not having super fights all the time. We gotta wait and build everything up. That's why it's different with Ryan Garcia right now. He's not really everybody's favorite fighter. People don't think he's the best or amazing. But it's coming to a point right now where he's must-see TV because he's putting on fights that are what fans want to see. Not these fights where people are making you pay for guys we haven't even heard of before. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that Canelo's fought, they've retired or they're on a vacation. We might not never see them again. They're not heard of. Just think about it. Billy Joe Saunders, most of these guys, we haven't heard of them before. So it's no different from Ryan Garcia fighting somebody we won't hear of again. So at the end of the day, for him to kind of jump in the ring and have these bigger fights at 25, he's 25 years old. And these other guys are 33, 34? And they still have guys that's been around for 15, 20 years that they haven't fought yet. That's not good. That doesn't show me that guys are trying to do anything in boxing. So now, when it comes to boxing, we got to talk about young guys who just got out of high school not too long ago. That's what boxing's gotten to now. Because then a lot of people say, well, Canelo's the face of boxing. That's good, but you will tell me that boxing's dead. So if Canelo's the face of boxing while you're telling me that boxing's dead, that's not a good thing for him to be the face of something that's dead. Just to tell everybody, because they'll tell me like that's bragging rights, like he's the face of boxing. Well, I heard boxing's not doing good lately. I heard everybody wants to watch MMA. So I wouldn't want to be the face of that right now. Me personally. That's just what I'm seeing. But Ryan Garcia, he putting on way bigger fights right now. And people just gotta admit it. They don't see what I don't know if they see the writing on the wall, but he's a better opponent right now as far as selling fights and putting things on the main stage. He's definitely a big time fighter. Yeah, Ryan Garcia been putting in work, man. Canelo not really asking for much as far as around the boxing world. It's not really no pressure on Canelo. He can do whatever he want. He gonna make it happen. They gonna act like they ain't see nothing. And the same people, they gonna complain. They gonna say, man, boxing, it's not really what I thought it was. Not when you got him around. Especially when you got this guy around. They gotta make some changes soon, though. If they don't, it's gonna go bad eventually. But that's all I got for tonight, though, man. Like and subscribe.